Yeah, so that was Coco Tankin Trucker Jr. there. She's the WZ.132 of dogs. she she was doing laps. Every once in a while, she gets this burst of energy. When I get her out of the truck, she has a lot of room. She does it in the truck too, on the bunk in the back. She'll fly around. It's hilarious. I've been trying to get her on film doing it there, but every time I grab the phone, she stops and looks, and then she knows. I think she figures out, what I'm doing. She's like, "Oh hell no, you ain't gonna catch me doing that." But I was able to catch her doing it in the hotel room, and I thought it was kind of funny. I wanted to share it with you guys. So, anyways, thought you'd get a kick out of it. So, if you want to hold on for a minute, we'll just have a review of the WZ132 for you. I'll be right back. Hey everybody, we are going to do a review today of the WZ132 Tier 8 light tank. Reminds me a lot of the Type 59 just without any armor. Pretty much everything pens you. I mean, if you got an angle like crazy, you might bounce around, but it reminds me of the Type 59 as in when the Type 59 first came out, it was this fast. This is how fast it used to go. Um, so that's what, and just the gun handling. It reminds me a lot of the Type 59. Uh, Back when the Type 59 first came out, they didn't beat the hell out of it with the Nerf baseball bat. Now the Type 59 is a lot slower and not as agile as it used to be. It used to be just like this, but not now. But anyways, let's go over this little bugger and see what you get. So you get 1,100 hit points, which is actually pretty good for a light tank. The armor on it really kind of blows. You get 50 in the hull in the front and 55 on the turret in the front. But it is a light tank, so you get 25 in the hull on the side and 35 in the turret on the side. And in the butt, you get 20 in the hull and 20 in the turret. So it's pretty lightly armored, but it does cook across the field pretty quick. The gun is actually very nice. Doesn't have a very good penetrating round for the standard, and the premium doesn't really bump you up a whole lot. Stock, it does 7.69 rounds a minute. Standard penetration is AP, and it's 189. You get APCR for your premium, which is definitely a good bonus. And the penetration, that's 225. Your HE is 50. Average damage is 250 on your standard and your premium, and 330 on your HE. 1923 round, excuse me, 1923 is your average damage. That's how many rounds you shoot a minute. It'll be a friggin' Uzi. Dispersion is a little bit crappy at 0.4, and the aim time isn't the best at 2.3. Um, yeah, 189 and 225. That's good for other tier 8s and 7s if you see those, and 6. If you're top of the food chain. But you start hitting 9s and 10s, 189, that ain't going through. And 225, you'll be really pushing your luck to penetrate it. A tier 9 and 10 at 225, you got to really aim for weak spots. Um, so, anyways, on my stats, my rate of fire is 8.91 rounds a minute, so my reload is 6.73 seconds. Turret traverse is 50.06, and the hull is 58.41. So this thing, you're the one they need to worry about doing the circle strafing. You get -5 for gun depression, plus 20 for elevation, so you can't work ridge lines too very well. The gun does not like to point down too very nice. Aim time is 2.21 seconds, so a little bit of a long aim time, and dispersion is 0.38. So it's not god awful dispersion, but 0.33 and 34 is what you really want. That's a lot more accurate. And you'll see in the replay I missed some shots at KV4 that was just a sliver of them. Well, not really a sliver, but a chunk of them was sticking out, but missed a couple shots because I just couldn't hit them. It's a 24.61 ton tank, so you need not to want to smash into stuff because it'll hurt you and not them. You get a 700 horsepower engine, and your top speed is 64, reverse is 23, and you get a 28.44 specific power to weight ratio, which is very good. So you reach that 64 and you will maintain it very easily. Your concealment's 19.7, which is pretty good. View range is awesome at 426, and your signal range is 782. So if you want to hold on for just a minute, I'll be right back with some gameplay for you. Alrighty, so we find ourselves on airfield at the very bottom of the list. Little old WZ132 at the bottom of the poop hole. This is the first match I've run in this thing in forever. I like it that you guys are sending me requests for reviews on certain tanks because it makes me have to wipe the dust off them and take them for a run. And the nice thing is, I haven't played these in so long. The last time I probably played them was back in 2011 or 12 when the excuse me the tank hit the World of Tanks lineup, and probably haven't played it since I bought the thing. This one only had like this was I think this was the seventh match in it right here. Um, so it's nice to have somebody request me to pull a tank out and wipe it off and take it out and see if I still do crappy in it or if I'm actually a little better. So far, with the light tanks that I've run, I've been lucky enough to actually have done a little bit better. But I also know kind of where to go and how to run the thing. And back when I first started playing, I was pretty much, I don't want to say clueless, but clueless. I mean, pretty much everybody when they first start World of Tanks, just they don't really know what's going on. I just got hit with a T-49 for 304, excuse me, 95. I think what really kind of saved me from taking a ton of damage was he hit me right in the top of the turret. So I only got like 50 millimeters in the top of the, well, not even 50 millimeters in the top of the turret. Jeez, hold on a second. Let me look. Where did he hit me exactly? Well, it's more like that hatch right there. Which I don't think is actually a hatch. I think it's your, it's like the periscope to see out of for the commander to see out, I believe. But still, it's kind of the top of the turret. But only, I got lucky. It only hit me for 395. Being this is a light tank, if he would have hit me in the side of the turret or the front of the tank, probably would have done a heck of a lot more damage. But I knew that the T-49 was out there, and I needed to really watch what I was doing. I just didn't know where he was. So I see a lot of light tanks when they play get over to this area because I'm usually the heavies on the other side getting the snot shot out of me from them. So I thought, I'm going to go over there and see how well that little position works. And I kind of like it. Decent view range on this tank, so if anything, comes out, I'm able to try and spot it for the team. Normally their heavies really push here, and here comes the KV-4, and I actually was very surprised he hit my track there. I thought it was backfire enough, but no, he hit my track and didn't do any damage though. And I saw that T-49, so I knew where he was, but the little bugger was kind of stuck in the ground like a tick up there. But I wouldn't hesitate to take a couple blind shots. I ended up hitting him with one of those blind shots. So, you know what they always say, you don't hit it if you don't shoot it, or at least try. So I was real bummed. A lot. It seems like a lot. Well, every match it seems like I'm in either side that when I'm playing a heavy, be it the side that like the KV-4 is on or the side are like IS-6 on. It seems like heavies push like crazy. I'll pause it just real quick, and they get up in this area right here, and it just like the time I play a light tank, no one goes there. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me! I'd be just racking up the damage. But I stick around here for a little bit because obviously I'm not going to yank out and, the T-49, a KV-4. And I got some stuff up there that I don't really want to get hit by because it's definitely going to penetrate. But it's nice to be able to pull up and, do a little bit of damage and pop them. That T-49 back there is really doing his team no help, really. Yeah, I shot straight premium on this, and even that, right in the side of the KV-4, it bounced. Well, it didn't penetrate, so hit him in the commander's hatch, didn't go through. So I knew 189 penetration for the standard rounds. That was not going to happen. But I do like this spot. I'll give you that. Now I see why a lot of people go here. I get the thing that really helped me out is they did not have artillery. If artillery is in the match, another round right in the side and didn't penetrate. But if the enemy team had I thought I took his track off, but I guess not. That time I penned him. Looks like the E4 took his track off. Um, you'll see that 0.38 accuracy, just had to aim up a little higher. And then it puts it in the side of his gun mantle there. Put it in the side of his gun mantle. I'm trying to keep his track off, and it kept shooting over, but he ended up getting knocked out. But yeah, the problem, I got a nice shot in that 49 there. The problem that you run into in this position is if the enemy team has artillery, they just pound the crap out of you. You get pulled forward, and if you're, obviously you're going to be spotted most of the time you're in this spot. So, you pull up to take a shot like that, and then the artillery drops one on your head. I kind of crapped my pants when I saw that PZ4 there. I'm like, what the hell's he doing there? I think he was trying to get in a position to take out that T49. But I just felt like, after get a shot on this 44, I thought I got a shot on him. I just felt like, well, it's time to push. I knew there was tank up here on the left. I think it's a WZ.132. The enemy one up here on the left around this rock. So I figured I'm going to go up there, take him out, and work my way around, see if I can take out the T49 or at least get shots on him. So we take a shot. We just stop and aim, make sure we don't miss. Especially after my fiasco the other day. Oh, God, what was I in? Oh, the T67 there. And when I was shooting on the move and completely missed the tank I was shooting at, I didn't want to drive by this guy, go to shoot him, and just completely go boonk and shoot the ground and miss him and get nailed by him. So I figured I'd better slow down. Especially the speed of this thing, it toots right along. So is that T67, but I saw the Taurus one shot, T10. Well, he's not a one shot, but I was thinking I could whittle him down. And I saw that Chrysler up there, and I thought, he's got his butt facing me. But so first I figured I better work on the Tortoise, and I get shot in the fuel tank, which thank God I had a premium fire extinguisher. So we get a shot on the T10 on the way through, and I figured, hey, I'm going back for seconds. I'm hungry. Get me some damage. But yeah, having that premium fire extinguisher, and I didn't have to dink around with putting the fire out myself, because I had 148 hit points left after I got my toasties burnt like that. But yeah, that Chrysler was sitting there with his rear end facing me, so I figured, I'm going to see if I could go ahead and get rid of him, which I did. Oh, that's how the T49 damaged me. Couldn't figure out when I saw the post-game stats how I got damaged by the T49. I'm like, he's never shot me, other than the enemy one. But I'm down to 123 hit points, and I'm seeing that there's an Amex 5100 somewhere over in the vicinity where I'm heading. So I thought, if he's over here, I wonder if he's right there. I figured, I wonder if he's reloading. And at first, when he didn't shoot me right there, I thought he's definitely loading, but he wasn't loading. He was loaded. But the nice thing was I got him knocked down to 493 from, whatever he was health-wise there at first. And he's now spotted for our team to go ahead and just knock the snot out of. But we're winning it 12-10. We get our Martian, I believe, is on the Martian's on their cap. I'd say the AMX 5100 gets knocked out by, I think, our T49 here in a second. Yeah, T49 knocks him out. But our Martian's on the cap, and I think I go to that in a second. But, yeah, this team did a good job. All they got left is a T49. I know I switch over to the T49, our T49. Not sure what I switch over to, but our RHM on our team is still over here. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I mean, he's got look like he had pretty decent stats, and he's just back here camping. Like, he's got a mark of excellence on his gun too. That's one thing I like about this mod that I have. You can see on the barrel if somebody's got a mark of excellence. Oh, now you can't see it. Hopefully somebody here's got one. But instead of just, and I wish Wargaming could do it. It looks a lot nicer, I think. Instead of just having a little mark on the barrel that you can't see, what this does is it puts a red band about, yay long on your barrel, let's say. And if it's American, it'll have a star in there, and it really sticks out. If you got two marks, that's, you know, two bands, like right here. Both of those guys have marks on their guns. So like he's got one mark and he's got one mark, but I love it because you can see it's got that red there with a band on it. So from a distance, if somebody's a really good player, you can't tell, you know, how many marks they've got on their gun. Well, with this, if they got one, two, or three, you're going to see one long red thing up their barrel, and you're going to know they got one, two, or three marks on that gun. It's really kind of nice and gives you a heads up. You know, hey, this guy's pretty damn good in that tank if he's got that many marks on it. But the way it is right now with wargaming, it's just that little star, and you can't see that from a distance at all. I mean, you can't see that from 20 feet away. You get, you know, this far away from it, and without that red on there, it makes it really hard to see, you know, who's who is, you know, how well he is. I bet you our T-49 was crapping his pants. He probably thought he was gonna flip his tank. And if this looks a little different, that's because the mod pack I have on here, you can pick several tanks actually, and it changes the look of them. Like the new T-49, or excuse me, the T-49 and the the Tier 10 brother into this thing. Oh shit, I can't think of what it's called. Anyways, they look identical, and you can see it's got like ammo rack or ammo cans out here, a fuel tank, couple Kevlars, backpacks. Um, it just adds a bunch of stuff to the outside of the tank. Adds a laser designator to the barrel. Just makes it look a lot cooler, I think. And it's on several of the tanks that you can get. The T110E5, your 140, the T62A. I mean, a lot. There's probably, just guessing, maybe 10 or 12 tanks you can do that to. And a lot of them, it makes them look really cool. Just adds a lot more detail to them. But anyway, let's get back to the game here. We end up winning this. Mosh and hit him over here on the off the cap. But yeah, so definitely I had a pretty good game in this. If you want to hold on for a minute, I'll have some post-game stats for you. Hey everybody, so here's the results of that match. This thing reminds me a lot of the Type 59. That was a 7,297 win 8. I've been getting some good win 8s tonight. My overall for the night's 2,640. But so I had a 7,270 and the 7,343, a 6,080, a couple low matches, but 2,097, that's not bad. A 4,214. We won't look at the 512 win 8. That one was bad. But anyways, this reminds me a lot of the Type 59, kind of now and kind of back when it was good, really good. Type 59 is still good, but this reminds me of exactly how the Type 59 used to have speed. Used to run like this. Used to have the pickup, the speed, everything just like this, until they nerfed the hell out of it. The gun handling reminds me a lot of the Type 59 also, except for the gun depression is only 5 on this. I'm pretty sure it's more on the Type 59. Obviously, you know, Type 59 has a lot better armor and whatnot. I mean, this is a light tank. I did finish my light tank mission number 1. I had to win the battle and finish the battle as top player on your team by experience earned. The secondary condition was not fulfilled because I croaked. I got killed. I was. It's a 50-50 chance on that auto loader at the end there. The AMX 5100. I figured with him back where he was, I just assumed he was probably reloading. Either that or he just finished reloading. I thought I was going to have him for a snack and then spit him out, but unfortunately he was loaded, or got loaded just as I got over there. I got one shot into him. One or two, I think just one though. Well, I can look right here. Yeah, one. So that was a Master Badge Class 2. I got a Fire for Effect, Fighter, Master Gunner, and a Baruzer. Okay, so we hit the T10 there for 250. Kind of did a drive-by on him. The Tortoise hit him in the keister, the side there for 30, finished him off, and also knocked out his track. The T49, I hit him twice for 482. I think I got a blind shot on him. Because I only remember hitting him once, and it shows I must have got a blind shot on him. It knocked out his track, AMX 5100. Hit him for 274. Chrysler GF. On those you need to get like right out, get along their side there, the keister. You got to hit him in the butt of the side. That's your best bet for penning them. Hit him for four. Wow, that's a good roll too. 415. Wow. Because the average damage on this is only two. What? Oh, I hit him twice. I'm like, holy shit. Um, yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. The average damage 250. You can't. There's no way possible I hit him for 415. Hit him twice for a total of 415 and killed him. That makes more sense. Had a little trouble penning the KV4 there. That thing is heavily armored, but I hit him 3 times. Did 735 damage and knocked out his track and his turret. Bounced one round from him and spotted him originally. Originally spotted the Indian PZ. He was trying to cut across the field there. I hit him twice for 305. Knocked out his ammo rack and finished him off. And the WZ.132. Hit him once for 165 and finished him off. So it was an exceptional game. Considering that was the first time I've taken the WZ-132 out in eons. Somebody requested me to do a review of it, so that's why I'm playing it. I think I got like 8 matches in it. Total of 8 matches with a whopping 38% win rate. So, yeah, I probably played it 7 times before this and just had bad luck with it because you can still get tier 10s, obviously, because this is a tier 8 and it's a light tank. But, that, what was that? That was tier 9s. I don't think there was any tier 10s in that match. Yeah, just up to tier 9s. So that was kind of nice. Tier 10s is a little bit harder to pen, obviously. But we did 2,656 damage, got 4 kills. Our base experience for that was 1,112, which ended up being the highest, which is very cool. We had 24 shots, 19 hit, 13 pen. So yeah, we bounced several of them. And I think most of them that bounced were kind of on that KV4. A gun's actually pretty accurate. I was pretty surprised for a .38 accuracy. That it wasn't like dead on, but it was hitting in the ballpark where I was aiming. From a distance more than 300 meters, we did 482 damage. We got hit 4 times, 3 pen, 1 bounced, and 1 shell I got hit with was from the T49. Yeah, it was a T49, I believe it was. Let me look here. Yeah, it was a T49 because he hit me with the derp in the turret. I think that's what really saved my butt because the turret on this is, it's only 55, but he kind of skimmed across the top. So I think it was more splash than anything. Spotted 2, damaged 8, destroyed 4, made 36,986 credits. I received compensation of 560 because I don't know if somebody shot me or run into me or something. I made 37,546. I shot all premium rounds because the standard rounds on this, they're mediocre penetration wise. I think they're 189 for standard. Yeah, 189. And being there's a lot of tier 10s in there, or excuse me, 9s in there, like with pretty heavily armored, I figured I'd better shoot premium and see if I can penetrate and do as much damage as I can. So yeah, I haven't run this in a long time. That's the first match I've had in this, and like I said, probably several years. I had a habit of when the tanks first come out, I would get them, set them up, and run a couple matches with them and kind of forget about them. If I had bad luck with them, I'd forget about them real quick. So, yeah, that's probably why I only got a few battles in that. I really need to go through and, get the tanks. I wish they could, you could sort it by your win rate. Your tanks, how you can sort them, like heavies, mediums, and blah, blah, blah. Or by American, by country. Too bad you couldn't sort them by your win rate so I could get the worst win rates on them and, the ones that have the worst win rates, work on them, play them, several matches and to get their win rates up at least, or their win 8 up too. A lot of times I'll do real good in the vehicle, have a really good win 8 in the vehicle, but I might only play it 7 times, and out of those 7 times, I might only win 1 or 2 battles, just got bad teams, or I was just learning to play World of Tanks and, really didn't understand the whole uh, get up how it worked and stuff. So, yeah, I got to go through and clean up some of the tanks I got kind of crappy win rates on. I mean, everybody has them. I don't care if you're the best player in World of Tanks. I can almost guarantee there's a tier 1, 2, 3, or 10 or 8 or a 6 that you just play and just absolutely hate, and just every time you play it, you get your shit kicked out of you, it seems like, or you can't get a team that wins. Everybody has one of those tanks in their garage. I got a couple, but I've got every tank in the game except for artillery now. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video and the review and everything. You guys please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.